Ooh. Well, I will say this. So the way you have to play against it, on the side of Void, when you're playing Sejuani into Trundle, the way you play into this is obviously you want the Trundle will ult the Sedge, and you have to, as a team, make that call to completely disengage and run away from Trundle while he has those boosted stats and your Sejuani is melted butter. And that's a lot of coordination. And on top of that, you are playing the Trundle comp has Sivir, Rakan, and TF, which can just force onto you. Ransom. And 6'4".
Okay.
Right. So here we are. We're going into the game. There's a chance of a level 1 on the side of pushing 30 maybe. That Rakan W is definitely usable. Could burn a flash or two. Yeah. What are we thinking?
Yeah, with TF and Rakan, it's always an angle to try and do something.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we're gonna see that this time though.
Yeah, probably not. Just a standard 5-point. Well, actually, the Void doing it correctly by having your jungler mid, so you don't reveal where you're starting. Shout out to them. And now we've got the Trundle joining. And that's this. That's the Annie's actually gonna go in for this ward now that OC2 mid, but it is still dangerous.
Any early wards from Void? Doesn't look like it. Defensive ward from the Trundle, overseeing his red buff and Raptors, but that's the side he's starting from.
Yeah. We're of course going both junglers pathing bot. A lot more set up on the side of the Rakan for the Trundle, but the Sedge has more engage herself, so sort of evens out. 3v3 is quite interesting, I think. Oh. We have that Urgot abusing the level 1 power that Urgot possesses at the W start.
There's the electrocute trade.
Yep, big fan. And Rakan going in on level 2. Second half of that Q hits on the Sivir. And there we go, the wave is... They get to push that, drop a ward onto Tribush. And yeah, now we just need to see how they play the waves 3 and 4. Because that is important if they are looking to 3v3. Both junglers obviously clearing at about the same pace. And should be bot lane for about that 330 or that scuttle crab.
Yeah. Punk's ball lane not really pushing too fast right now. Probably looking to just crash 2 waves again and then do something afterwards.
Yep. And yeah, I do think this Annie pick into TF. I'm a fan of the Annie side of it. Obviously Annie's one of the has decent range, and what she struggles into is more range, and that is not something that TF typically provides. Of course, you don't pick this Twisted Fate champion for levels 1 to 4, as you see him move into the river to support this Trundle in getting the Scuttle Crab. Obviously, if they know this, they should probably reset and go for top crab. Maybe play for the top wave, which is pushing in. That Urgot is pushing it in. There could be an angle there, but yeah, that's what it looks like might actually happen. But she is spotted on a ward.
Yeah, Harry taking some punishment, but you know, TF, it's fine. Not the strongest laner, as we all know.
Yep. I see a double scuttle on the side of just the 4 feeding laners. That isn't as game winning as it used to be, but still nice. Still a bit of gold injection, and I'd like him to reset instead of clearing his camps downwards, because he will be taking a while. And
Good CC chain, potentially. From Void, it's not going to be a kill, though.
That Milio flash looks really weird to me, but they've pinged... So, Unk's bot lane have just pinged Xayah flash, but it was actually the Milio that kind of flashed on the spot, and Xayah still has flash. So I wonder if that comes back to bite them, if that's info that they actually have like gotten incorrect. Wonder if
just heading
our friend...
bot?
Yeah. They do have all defensive sums up, just Ignite on the side of Rakan, that's on cooldown. And I wonder if our friend in the top lane is starting to regret the potential misclick of Dark Harvest in this lane.
They had the... I think they had the chance to rehost the game, but they decided to play it out. So maybe there is a secret Dark Harvest angle that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, you could. This Urgot can just force now, with the Urgot being level 6, and we're seeing fighting all over everywhere. We're seeing fighting in bot lane. We're seeing fighting top. The camera doesn't even know where to pan. Oh, and it's a solo kill from the Mordekaiser onto the Urgot. Level 5 into level 6, didn't even ult, and that is a big problem, honestly. As now gets to shove out that wave, no TP on the Urgot, and will come back healthy after this wave too. But we do see Trundle behind the Void bot lane here, and a good flash from Xayah. Again, I wonder if they thought that was a cooldown. Regardless, it looks like Xayah might still go down, and a good flash out even though you want tanking. Just about.
Just enough HP.
Very, very good. There's action all over the gaff. Big fan. We have a Spellblade Rush onto the Trundle. I can't say I know what the Trundle builds are right now in the jungle. I've been playing a fair bit of it top lane, but usually I'd definitely be privy to a Ravenous or at least any kind of Tiamat rush, because some of these camps are pretty sad to kill. But yeah, saying most things are Triforce into Desert Plate, so I guess...
I think that used to be a concern before, but now, oh, hold on. Mordekaiser ult. Oh. He's really strong right now, level advantage as well.
Okay. Dark Harvest proc Pagman, and that's another solo kill. We are back.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. And yeah, we have the thing about Mordekaiser, and any of my top lane brethren in the chat can confirm, this is one of the champions that when they get a lead, it just becomes more and more depressing to play against. It is so oppressive when it's ahead. And we have the Rakan and the Millia moving up. We have Millia helping shove in this wave. TF is out of mana, but has TP. And oh, is this could be an engage, or is it just a short trade? Just a short trade should be fine there. But they're looking to contest these grubs. Obviously, it goes without saying that they've left their bot lane here, so I would please like the Unks to give this one a miss, as well as the fact that there is such a big goal difference top. And oh my god, there's a all in. Yeah, that's all in, and that is the feat of warfare claimed for the blue team. Some cool boots, some nice shiny footwear from JD Footlocker. And there we go. The problem is obviously they've left the bot lane here, and now they're going. They can't really even trade it for this Drake because Void are still on the map.
Well, the TP's coming in from.
Oh, yeah, that's a TFTP.
Oh, Sajar hits no one.
Goes wide. Oh, it's so hard to play
it's still
now.
A good fight for Unks though.
Yeah. Xayah's moving up. Still got ult, looking to auto attack, and the E lands. Oh no. And dare I say that it might have been some Unk reactions on the side of Scott there, not ulting that engage. Sorry, Scott.
Yeah, but also just a little bit of a strange decision to re-engage in that spot, given where Unks were positioned already on the river, had that advantage. They get the first dragon of the game. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Yeah, I think once that Sejok goes wide, you have to just cut your losses there. If that ult had landed, and here we go, we still go again. They found the Trundle and the Rakan in the jungle. They are weathering down this Rakan, and the kill does go to Scott on Desire, which is really helpful.
We died for Raptors.
We died for Raptors. That is an Ozinox if I've ever seen one. Real ones will remember that. Enemy Raptors, are you there?
That's a blast from the past, yeah.
That's one for the real unks out there, the UNL unks.
Yeah, so no Merc treads for TF, which might have helped earlier, but he does have Rod of Ages now. So
Yeah.
he's gonna be that extra bit tankier.
So going forward, a good spell shield there from Outlaw, and now they're looking nice sidestep. And an even better ult to just deny that. And now we've got Milio catching up. Obviously, Milio doesn't have ult now, but that is a big callback on the feathers. And will this be enough to take down the Rakan? Maybe with the movement speed. And yet, that's another kill for Scott.
Yeah, that's the power of Xayah Milio is 2v2. Like, if you can't nail down that damage, and to be honest, with Sever Rakan, there's not a lot of damage between the two just to be able to burst down people like that, and Xayah Milio can easily just hit you a lot. Like, with W active and with feathers on the ground, it's really hard to run away after that, so...
Yeah, 100%. And one thing I didn't actually mention in draft, now that I think about it, is I'm a big fan of... like, Milio's very good into TF in general, especially like later on into the game. Just a free cleanse onto whoever gets gold carded, it can be really big. On top of that, you got like... there is not a scenario where Granny Spanish should ever really be able to hit a meaningful gold card on Desire. When she's got Milio, she's got cleanse, she's got ult. Like, there should be no reason that happens. Which basically leaves it down to Annie. And yeah, I think hopefully I'll hope he's aware for his target selection on that. But as a seasoned TF player, I believe in him. I think he should recognize that pretty quickly.
Okay, entering a period of downtime now since Herald is gonna spawn in the next 3 minutes. Dragon's not up in another 2, so just back to regular scheduled laning.
Yeah, the 5-minute downtime that's killing LoL Esports or whatever LS said. That thing.
Yeah, Hunk's bot lane was on Vision, so now they're taking some big damage on the return.
Yeah.
Sivir activates ult. That's a decent trade. They keep chasing. TF is ulting in, and they're going to at least get 1 kill here, surely. Milio's not going to run away. Xayah
we have the Annie joining.
Oh, my hits God. All of them!
That's 2. Will we get the 3rd? Maybe he can chase this down. We've got the Sejuani covering around the corner. Hit this ult maybe over the wall. Can we hit it? Ult. Lovely. Auto attack W, and that's the kill. What a re-engage there from Chameleon. Really big 3-man ult there. Big stun. And it comes across with Void taking that lead. And the pings come across for the Annie. I agree, King Terry. What a beautiful ult.
Yeah, that was the perfect response with that TP. And once again, the fact that Unks have still not that much in terms of burst damage comes back to bite them. It took them a while just to kill 1 guy, and then Annie comes in with that teleport and just cleans house.
That's rough. And again, and here we go. The ult. I think. That's a good flash. Or maybe it wasn't needed. I don't know. My experience, even when you're ahead with Maud, I think you really just want to have that 1 short trade. Shake them down to like, 3/4, and then you can definitely get them. And obviously try to ult them when they're not within their turret range. But it's still fine. Getting the flash, you could maybe see a Surge top now will be a lot easier.
Now, what are we gonna see in terms of Dragon? Because Sivir has no sums. TF also used his flash in that little piece of action we saw earlier. Unks are up on the objective first. Mordekaiser has TP. Yeah, red team just taking the dragon, and there's no real response from Void, as now they're funneling into the river, but it's too late.
It is just a bit too late, and it is just important macro to know when you're ahead, when it's easier. And we have an engage here from the Annie, and it's gonna get him quite close, but not all the way down. And this is the thing with playing Annie into more vulnerable laners, is that even if you don't get the kill, it's sometimes more than enough, because you can just force him out of lane, force a TP, weaken air cross map macro.
Yeah, you press Tibbers, all of your buttons, and they're pretty much forced to play back, which is always valuable, even if you don't kill them.
Yep. Honestly. But we do. This is the flip side of it, though. Obviously, you are then susceptible if you do stay on low HP, no mana. And yeah, that is a shutdown onto the Trundle. That's honestly, I am a big fan of Trundle getting gold this game. Trundle can be a complete demon, I think, with Sivir speeding him up, Rakan going forward as well, a slow from an Urgot ult, etc. TF, ult him behind. It means it's a very good game. It's a very happy game for you to be Trundle, especially into champions like Sedge and Mordekaiser, where you can actually stick onto them pretty easily. But they're looking to make something happen in the top side, and as we said in the last ult, that's a flashless Urgot. And that is now another kill onto the Mordekaiser as it is left. And this Mordekaiser is slowly becoming a problem.
Dark Harvest Mordekaiser.
We all stand corrected.
Let it be known we were both haters.
Yep, you know. If I'm nothing, I'm a hater. So.
Now Void early onto the Herald, but we'll just pick it up.
And as you can see, obviously, that death on T-Zoms is what we call a war crime. The most sad thing in League of Legends, when you die with 3 cull stacks. Name something more sad. I can't.
Yo, the Thornmail first on Sejuani is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Sedge pressed tab and said, well, I'm not getting hit by anything magic, and if TF is hitting me, TF is trolling. So, I mean, any kind of armor stack's pretty good here. And we're looking for the TF ult in behind, but Annie's just caught out by herself here, and that will be a very, very dead child. Someone call NSPCC. Or is that the animals? Fuck, I think I might have just called the child an animal. Is it NSPCA? NSPCA. NSPCC, that one. Sorry. I'm monologuing. Apologies. But obviously now we do have the Sivir staying alone, and that is more than fine. Sivir will just catch these waves. Farm up a storm.
Yeah, I'd like to see better setup from Void going into this next dragon, because Onks already have 2, and if they get the 3rd, that is so big for them as they just keep letting Sivir scale. Good dodge.
Yeah. Really, really good dodge. Really, really fancy feat. Oh, and holding that Rakan up for that long was really, really good. As
on the back foot.
Oh, that's so good. But now the Trundle is just marauding down, and the Mikhail's rush there, baiting him out of even more trouble. But that little snipe at the end, and I must say I'm really impressed with Scott's feet. That's a crazy sentence. My bad. Fancy feet this game. Because if you end up not having to flash something like a Rakan W and you can just walk out of it with the fancy feet, then yeah, it saves a lot of your team fighting prowess. It means you can use that flash in other ways, dodge other things, flash forward if you're a degenerate like me, you know. But yeah, shout out to Scott's feet apparently. My bad.
It has to be noted though, that is a flash bird before this dragon. And you don't have ult either for more than 30 seconds at this point. So that is a vulnerable Xayah, and we'll have to see how Void plays this one out. This is a big dragon that they'll have to fight for.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though is same story on Outlaw, but obviously he has no flash, no barrier. Scott does have the cleanse, but you can just replace it with a Siviri, you know, same thing. And what I will also say is, in these fights, the Trundle versus Sejuani interaction is such a big thing that if you're fighting both without ult, it is definitely advantage Team Sedge for me, if that's the thing. But they are both up soon.
Oh, Cam in a bad spot, potentially. Nice dodge.
Nice dodge. You got Urgot TP in behind. They need to kill this Urgot as he lands, probably. But it's not going to be easy.
They don't want to overcommit here.
Oh,
they just got corralled into the choke, and they just get killed one by one as Scott is dead really early into the fight. Terry comes in, but he might just get CC'd down before he can do anything. Manages to ult in time. Or not. Oh. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. And yeah, that was just such a weird fight to take. You had your Mordekaiser in base, he wasn't ready to TP. You had Annie walking into basically 4 people. And even though they tried to converge onto this Urgot TP, they didn't really have the positional strength, I guess. They couldn't zone out that the Unks away from it. And that's a third Drake onto Unks, and now they are definitely playing for this Soul win condition. Probably will get to Atakan too. Boatload of XP, and a lot of the wrongs from early game seem to be righted.
Yeah, I'm feeling vindicated looking at my power rankings, seeing this game.
Yep.
I did put pushing 30 pretty high. And I'm seeing some positive signs from the team. Only one dragon away from Soul, and that is Mountain Soul as well, which in the context of this game, I feel like it does matter quite a bit.
It does. It really, really does. I think denying that away from a team that can completely stack armor as well is such a big thing. And we have... I've got going Titanic into Jack Show. Trying to think about how I feel about that. I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I'm just not sure how I feel about Jack Show this early into the item build, because it's been changed into like a capstone item. The more armor and magic resist you have, the better it is.
Yeah. Well, with Red Bull Mountain Soul. Oh, here we go. That didn't look like it did a lot of damage.
Quite tanky.
Yeah. And yeah, it is a weird one. I mean, they obviously now sense the opportunity to converge on their bot lane here. Yeah. And we have an Annie TPing into the mid lane, but you are ultless. You are just not going to be very useful here, unfortunately. And that's the issue. And that's even a flash burn, which is such a key thing for Annie to have, especially in the team fights. And now we have the Unks barreling down mid as King Terry looks for a flank potentially. And the ult does go off, I think. No, it doesn't. I can't tell what the skin. There we go. There's an ult.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but that's 1,000 gold onto the Mordekaiser. And that is the thing about Mord is maybe Trundle is an exception to this in general, but anyone else for the rest of the game, if they get Mord ulted, they are dead. That is just basically how this works. And that is a very big. That is potentially the way that Void can get their way out of this, I think.
Yeah, if they isolate that Trundle in the Thunderdome, that does make things a lot easier, potentially. But Scott has been targeted an awful lot by Rakan this game. Inti has been just a man possessed with these engages in the mid game.
Indeed. And the other problem that Void have is this Sivir is not going to get any weaker.
Yeah, both sides with scaling AD carries, but I would argue Sivir will be able to do more as time goes on, just because of how her team comp is constructed. I feel like he just has more time to fire off a lot of auto attacks.
Indeed. And yeah, I think the side of Void here, they really need to look for this side lane. I think even though the Urgot is very strong, I don't think he's stronger than the Mord. They have about equal gold, but Mordekaiser is Mordekaiser, and if you get ulted, you will die, I think, on the side of Urgot. So I think they want to be playing for that and then see what that is. But that is a Sejuani ult that goes wide right before Dragon, and I can't see that as a good thing.
Good
However,
move, though.
Trundle ult was used. Yeah, Trundle ult was used. Rakan ult was used. Sivir ult was used. This actually could be okay. From a whiffed Sedge ult, they now have ultimate advantages. Only 1 down on the side of Sedge and 4 down on the side of the Unks. And if they play this right, I do think this is a winnable fight. We have Urgot pushing in the top lane. Obviously, they does have TP. And we have about 30 seconds on the Dragon. And I'd really like to see...
Oh, Cam, no flash!
And that's Cam caught out again,
really bad.
It's so illegal. It's so illegal, Mr. Comedian. You can't be doing that. They are trading for mid-turret, but... maybe it is the way that they can play this with Mordalt, but it's so hard.
Yeah, this is going to be really difficult. Still, no Sejuani ults. No real go button for Void, but they will deal with it anyway. NT dies before he can do much. Outlaw's still auto-attacking. Urgot ult goes off. NT's onto Sivir. Sivir flashes away, but it's red team. It's Ungs that get the Dragon. Mordekaiser kills, though.
Yeah, Mordekaiser's still going.
He's still in there. It's a triple.
Oh. No.
That's all it's going to be, though. It is Ungs with Mountain Soul.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, Davis, but I'm going to have to ask, what if my boy had Conqueror there? Could he have Drain Tanked the end of that fight? I might even hazard and say yes, but the Zayat is still alive, and that is a Trundle that goes down, and they are chasing. And yeah, just turn onto the Milio, just kill. Yeah, and there's nothing much that Scott can do. Pillar comes down, and that is an ace, other than Kamikunian, who is here. But I don't think you have enough damage to kill either of these guys, buddy, I'm going to be honest. And go into this Nash, probably. I mean, the bot lane of Void is dead for another near enough 30 seconds. And yep, here they are. They are just hitting the Nash. Oh my god, T-Zon's my biggest pet peeve. When you're hitting Nash, it is not time for Scuttlecraft, brother. We're on a timer here. But they're just turning on Kamikunian, who looks like he might be dead again. And
yeah, you can't be the one face checking in a spot like that. Terry is the next one. I mean, but he will buy some time. He won't kill the Trundle, but then is gold card to the face, and it's all over for you. Ungs go straight back to Baron, or do they? They actually want to hit mid-tier 2. Zaya caught out. Inti taking a lot of damage from Zaya, though, and it is pushing 30. Pushing a little bit too far into the enemy base, and it's a double for a Scott.
It is, and yeah, this Zaya is also quietly getting strong. It is important to note that, like, while I am a much bigger fan of pushing 30's comp here, there is quite a lack of range on the, like, Zaya can very easily play into these, especially their front line. It's pretty easy for her to play, and this looks like it might be a Baron going over to Void, assuming that the smite is confirmed. Trundle is nowhere near, so unless a wayward Civic steals this, I don't have much hope for...
Outlaw looks like he wants to play this. Oh. Cab with a flash doesn't hit anything, but it is Baron for Void.
Oh,
Cab chasing again, and he's dead again. T-Zum's going from 0-3 to 8-3 now. He's on a legendary streak, quietly just racking up kills. He was bullied around the lane, but now he's grown really strong, and Terry is once again dead, unfortunately. It feels like pushing 30 just have more muscle right now. They just have really strong frontline, and they're just pushing Void around as it stands.
Yeah, and
what?
Is this an
Interesting flank from Inti, but once again, the Zaya route. And they haven't taken the tower down yet, so Trundle's taking so much damage! Milio ult is going to save Zaya, but for how long? They finally kill her, and pushing 30 somehow managed to still win that fight despite Trundle taking 6 tower shots. That was crazy.
I saw at least 15 war crimes from both teams on in that play. That was quite questionable. But it worked out in the end. I guess when you're just ahead, you can just do that. And it looks like this might be pushing 30, looking to get maybe the double inhib. Maybe not, they are just backing off. They're saying there is a chance that we get 100 to 0'd by Annie here, and they're just looking to take the safer option and recall and play the map.
I mean, this game's delivering so far, I have to say. Pretty nice way to end opening day of UNL Season 12. We're not done yet, obviously. Baron is far away, but Elder is just in 90 seconds or so, and that is pretty much the decider, I think, when it comes to this game. Unks could easily end the game based on that fight.
And now we see time is going out, just over a minute on the Elder Dragon. And River Fisher Jasmine, do you have the minerals to steal this one away? This could be the Hail Mary that wins your team the game. And there's a lot of pressure to carry, but it is the only way I see from this position, and that's a series of really, really big mistakes. So, yeah, I'm excited to see.
I'm seeing some hateful itemization from Trundle as he's pretty much exclusively building MR.
Yeah.
Like,
indeed.
He's making sure that when Mordekaiser ults him, he's ready to brawl.
Yeah, well, the other part of it is, obviously, the tanks on the side of, or the frontliners on the side of Void are itemizing armor so heavy, so when Trundle steals their stats, it's not like he needs to buy much armor himself. In most teamfights, he's going to have a lot of armor, that alone. And then it's just about Mordekaiser being an issue, I guess. And as we see the two teams posturing for this Elder Dragon, which is spawning in T-5 seconds, we can see Rakan on the flank in that tri-bush, and
not on vision.
I hope, yeah, not on vision. And also we have the Unks minions pushing into the base.
Oh, no.
They could just look to stall.
They've noticed Rakan now, I think, but they still have no way to enter.
Yeah, and we have Annie going back to deal with it. Does have TP, but it's going to be very hard to enter this. And Rakan is there. Rakan W is over the wall, and that Drake is going down 9k, 7k, and they're peeling off again, deciding that they don't want to flip it. It's getting dragged out again. 6k, 5k. Void, you need to make something. You cannot let them get this for free. 3k.
And Jet Fuel's trying, but he's just getting CC'd where he stands. Now he ults a target, but it's already a decided fight.
Yeah, tries to flash out and is gone. And with super minions barreling down the mid lane, and with a TP coming in top and Elder Dragon, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Unks to be stopped here. And that is Milio ult, that is Kama Chameleon dead, and that is Rakan looking for the entry again. And honestly, if they just push the top wave in, and yeah, they're looking to play it the safer way. They got TF who recalled and is TPing back, and they're looking to just end the game on this push. But yeah, very, very chaotic game. Big fan. Love a bit of chaos. Some good plays, honestly, on both sides, and that is a flash forward from the Urgot, and that is an Elder Dragon take from Zaya's life taken from the Elder Dragon, and that will be the win from the Unk Nation. Shout out to the Unks.